If the movie is great, I'm gonna get too much credit, and if the movie sucks, I'm gonna get too much blame. When the shit hits the fan, all of a sudden, everybody scatters and you're the guy standing there going, wait, who's got a suggestion now?
I worry that eventually they're not gonna need people like me anymore. I'm worried that I might be the last generation of people who wanna work on film. I don't like to say that I hear colors talk to me. Colors can affect all your senses. There's certain colors that taste a certain way. There's certain colors that sound a certain way. The same way that I feel like you can taste color, I also feel like you can definitely hear it as well, depending on how bad the audio guys are. Usually they're pretty bad. I try to never look back at what I've done because it's in the past. Once I hit the export button, it's out of sight, out of mind, you know? I've done things blindly tired. I've done things blindly drunk. And I think that's when a lot of artists work the best. There's some films I've done where I can't remember exporting it. Now, like, I could not tell you how half of my films look. But I know that's my best work. When I'm given shitty, ungraded footage, to me, it's like being given a slab of marble. And then I have to sit there day in and day out with a chisel and slowly make it more orange, make it more red, make it more blue, and I'm cutting out a beautiful body. You know, if something is going to be visceral and kind of jarring to the audience, it is my job as a color grader to kind of give them a warm feeling, to give them like a pocket of safety in that film. And I would do the opposite. If a film is too light, if you're safe, if something romantic's happening, I want to make it a little colder. I want to remind you that everything comes to an end.
Can you talk about your assistant?
She's okay.
Anna, are you almost done? Can you get that protein shake? I need it now. We need snacks.
You know, what I do takes a lot of time, and I mean, realistically, she takes orders.
I don't know, I thought I'd have like an actual job. I didn't think I'd still be interning, but I'm doing grad school with a focus in post-production finishing. And I really wanted to try and get connected with some colorists in the industry who could get me a job. I thought I'd be getting a little more hands-on experience here. Didn't really expect to be doing all the chores around the house.
She makes mistakes. I don't feel like I'm too hard on her.
Dish soap's expensive now. Try not to waste any of it. We gotta hurry this up. Got bad work ethic.
If you want to make it in this industry, you gotta suffer for it. And I'm not that bad. There's worse. And when she gets a little sad, I remind her it could be worse. You know, it definitely could.
He likes to give me a color every morning, and that's supposed to be my mood for the day, but I don't quite feel joyful orange. Some days I just don't want to show up. I think I look at it as a task to really just try and get through. He asked for Mexican colors, so we're going with green, white, and red. Wanted after brunch fuchsia, sparkling olive oil, midnight depression, and mocha serenity.
The people at the Home Depot and Lowe's, they know me and my assistant quite well because we spend a lot of time there, and I think that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from.
He's very eclectic with his color choices.
I think there's an idea now that we can't grade certain locations, but I think that's bullshit because I think every location has a visual hue to it. Mexico is a yellow place. If I'm in an arid environment, I'm gonna make it yellow. If I'm in the jungle, it's gonna be green. But as we jump around different locations, I like to change that grade because the audience notices that, and I think they like it. Well, jazz and color grading are both an art. Jazz musicians spend years and years learning how to play saxophones, clarinets, drums, whatever. I spent years learning this thing right here. And depending on how I'm feeling, I might listen to some music while I'm grading. When you're you're working in the industry, as I have, you start to realize that everyone else is full of shit except for yourself. They use words like overblown and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't mean anything. I try not to watch new films because I think color grading has gone downhill tremendously. The movie Oppenheimer, I noticed many things I would have graded differently. Radiation's a big theme of that movie, and I did not feel radioactive watching it. The actual man is, you know, he was an interesting guy. I like to think he's a bit of a crybaby. It's like, oh, I made a bomb. Whatever. I make movies. You know, we're the same in a lot of ways. Every flaw I see in a film, it hurts me because I'm like, if they'd only have called me. And I'm actually going to be doing a whole regrading of it. We're going to be doing a re-release of it where it's properly graded.
I want to feel that radiation flowing through my body. See that red hue we're starting to get? That's your blood boiling. But I think all color is triangular. Really try to pull everything down to one side. I want my whites to really offend you. What I'm seeing here I actually like. Make it too blue, but I mean, again, he's a blue man. He's a blue man knowing he did evil acts for his country. Bring that lift down, because he's not uplifted. Oh, that's a man hurt. It's a man who knows he's made mistakes. This is starting to look a lot better. I really like what I'm doing with this. I really think we had something special. I'll admit it was controversial, but we had incredible footage, really good interviews, and we were talking about these people who made an impact on their community, and a lot of times it was a positive impact. We talked a lot about Marvin Heemeyer and his Killdozer, and how a small Colorado town decided to take on one man and what happened. And again, the most controversial of all, Ted Kaczynski. He had, you know, he wrote a good book, and in that book he had some ideas, and a lot of people, oh, he mailed bombs to people, but I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about his environmental work and how much he loved the planet. Hopefully one day we can maybe bring it back. I do hate all government agencies, really.
What makes somebody a hero?
I think their impact, not only culturally, but also spiritually. You have to be somebody who the average person can look up at and be like, oh, I see myself there. And every time a director gives me a hard time, every time an editor has some shit to say to me, I just weld on another steel plate on my Killdozer. That's what I do.
Some people don't know what they want. They'll ask me for a specific thing, and I'll do it my way, and you know, they don't know what they want. I'm working on this film for David Fincher, and I'm taking it slow. I'm going through frame by fucking frame. I'm going deep, and I'm making adjustments where they don't want adjustments made, to be honest with you. Hollywood is deadline this, deadline that, but realistically, you know, a master works at his own pace. Oh, we're far behind schedule. You know, I'm gonna die one day, but this is my legacy. This is the most important thing in the world to me right now. I don't think I've ever been this confident in a role before. And that's why I'm spending so much time with each individual frame.
You like to pace.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm notorious for pacing. Diana, how are we?
It's Diane. I'm calling on behalf of Mr. Fincher just to ask about the final cut. This is final, right?
Yeah, no, I don't really do rough drafts or anything like that. I think, you know, that kind of opens up the opportunity to mess it up. So I really only do final cuts, yeah.
This just isn't up to Mr. Fincher's idea of quality, unfortunately. It really departs from his vision.
Oh, God.
We're filming my friend. He has an alcohol addiction.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's gonna drink tonight.
This is your idea. Fine. It isn't up to Mr. Fincher's idea.
I've got me no home, and I've got me no wife.
We're gonna have to let you know.
I'm a cowboy for all of my
It's
life.
Diane.
I guess
Let me just call him. John.
I'm not really super familiar with the area, so I really don't know like where he... Yeah, the police probably wouldn't even care. Oh my god, he's all the way down there. Oh my god. That's totally him. Should we make him get in the car?
I'm gonna go to the InfoWars store really quick, actually. There it is, Super Male Vitality. $52 for a fucking... Oh my god, they have a 10-pack for $524. It has ashwagandha fruit. The Trump mugshot's iconic. We all agree the Trump mugshot's iconic. That'd be a good shirt for me to wear. It's gonna be so funny when he goes to jail for like 70 years. I can't wait. It's gonna be so
he
funny.
wants me to match the shoes with the colors on the wall.
Hey guys, check this shit out. Look at this. We just got an email. No fucking way. $250. Today, I'm feeling really good. A lot of my valleys are kind of deep, but a lot of my peaks are really high. This could be my Everest. I don't know how high it's gonna go. And you know those bodies, they stay on that mountain for a reason. When he had someone come in, try to shake it up, he couldn't deal with it. I could see fear when he knew what I was capable of. I want to see violent, visceral colors. I don't want to worry about the characters, the plot. I want to see the colors first. Name a movie.
The Shape of Water.
But who do you think of when you think of that movie? You think of the actors, the fish. Do you remember the coloring? No. What if it was bluer? You might.